is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 23 online CFM game. We are now in week 8 of the 2022 season here in the Premier Madden League, where our New York Giants have just made a big-time trade. We've just acquired Sean Murphy-Bunting and Mike Edwards from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in exchange for some draft picks, specifically a second-round pick and a third-round pick. Remember last time out, at the end of the video, I told you guys we're not done making moves just yet. We traded away both of our starting safeties, Xavier McKinney and Julian Love, and we've actually acquired a safety back in this deal, Mike Edwards. But we're not really going to focus on Mike Edwards. He's not the reason why we made this trade. Sean Murphy-Bunting is the main man we were looking to acquire. Really, a second and a third round pick for Sean Murphy-Bunting was all I really needed to see, because Sean Murphy-Bunting, he's I would say close to a blue chip player that we can center around for the rest of this franchise. He's got all the physical attributes. He's got great coverage skills, especially man coverage. Now, the catch is Sean Murphy-Bunting and Mike Edwards are both in contract years, which is why both of them were available. Tampa Bay couldn't re-sign everybody on that stacked roster because there is a salary cap. Our New York Giants, with cap space, we can make moves like this. So Sean Murphy-Bunting, this was a no-brainer for me to bring him in town, and it's also a no-brainer for Sean Murphy-Bunting to stay in town. He has high interest in playing with our New York Giants for years to come, so that'll make these contract negotiations pretty easy. Around $8 to $9 million per year for Sean Murphy-Bunting, a future star, current star. That's easy money for us. As far as Mike Edwards, that's a wait-and-see kind of thing. I'm not exactly giddy to sign Mike Edwards. He kind of is built like Xavier McKinney, to be completely honest, a guy we just traded. He's just a potential plug gap for us at the safety position for this year, right? We just got him as well in the Sean Murphy-Bunting trade. He helps us for the now. Is he going to help us for the future? It really depends on how Mike Edwards plays on the field. If Mike Edwards plays well, then yeah, we'll have to sign him to a new contract potentially. But if he doesn't really impress us, then I'm okay with letting Mike Edwards walk in the free agency. Mike Edwards is okay with entering free agency. Clearly, he doesn't have much interest in signing with our New York Giants. So if we do try to sign Mike Edwards to a future deal, we're gonna have to give him extra money, which yeah, that's a wait-and-see kind of thing for sure. What you guys just saw was the box score from the Jaguars and Giants game of Week 7. As you guys may remember, the Jaguars lagged out in the fourth quarter of that ball game, so it ended up being a forced win for our Giants. You guys saw the stat lines there. Saquon had a pretty solid day. Not as good of a day as he was having beforehand. I'm pretty sure he was over like 120 yards before the game lagged out, but once again, like I mentioned in the last video, it adds to the frustration of these CFM games and all these glitches and all that, but we just gotta try to do our best to push past it and focus on this week's opponent, the Seattle Seahawks, who you may remember is the team that we traded Julian Love to. So right away, we have a Julian Love revenge game right before the bye week. And entering the bye week, I would have been more than happy with a 6-2 record, which would be our record if we lose today's game. That's exceeding any expectation that I have. So if we enter the bye week 7-1, I mean, my goodness, we're playing with house money right now with these Giants. We're exceeding all expectations as we're in rainy Seattle, and we are underway. This is a classic Seattle kind of day. Gloomy, rainy, and windy as we take on the also surprising Seattle Seahawks, who have gone on to a good start this season. Saquon Barkley, he's the main engine that drives this Giants offense. So no surprise he gets the first touch and the second touch of the ball game. Barkley battling all around town and gets the first down. We'll have to wait until we get on defense to see our new acquisitions in action, as Saquon, he's not going to get it here. No one's getting it except for Daniel Jones. He'll fire down low to Kadarius Toney, but that's going to be illegal touching on Kadarius Toney. Unfortunately, sometimes when those fake jets, they go out of bounds. I took my chance right there. Didn't really work out, so it's just going to be a 3rd down and 8 now. Jones with the quick fire and a nice catch by Darius Slayton, who continues to step up as the season goes on for the Giants. In these slippery conditions, this is where Saquon Barkley can really star, because when players are losing their agility and losing their balance, it's the most talented athletes that normally stand out, and Saquon Barkley is definitely one of those as he caps off a stellar opening drive up the middle with ease. Barkley for 6, and the Giants don't have a PAT secure because it's 17 mile per hour winds. Why do we keep on finding ourselves in these disgusting conditions? Like, it's either windy or rainy or both. And that's what it is in this game. This is very similar to the conditions that we lost in London with. Of course, that was, rain, even though it was sunshine. That was kind of weird as we have play action for Drew Lock. He's got the nod as the starter at quarterback for these Seahawks instead of Geno Smith like real life. And the Seahawks trying to see what their young quarterback can do as Drew Lock sets his feet, firing for no offense. Oh, Drew Lock maybe a little bit off the mark, and Fant couldn't haul it in. Third down, Kenneth Walker with the carry. Walker, easy first down and a whole lot more. Kenneth Walker is the #1 back in the Seattle backfield for sure. The rookie getting all the totes. That was a dangerous pass on first down. On second down, there's the first sight of DK Metcalf. He could cause us a lot of problems. Third down and 5. Drew Lock from a clean pocket is picked off. Jaquiski Tartt's got the INT. Lock block. Great play by Holmes. And Jaquiski Tartt getting a solid return. And Jaquiski Tartt has been a big part of our pass defense, having a lot of success playing that sub linebacker role, because if we didn't have Jaquiski Tartt, we would be playing like Tay Crowder there, who's got no coverage stats at all. So it's a huge change in the way we play defense here on third down and 13. Slayton's actually going to get the first. Wow, that was a safe play call right there that paid off. Ooh, Barkley had a huge hole. The Red Sea's almost parted right there. I believe that was Jordan Brooks that made a touchdown saving play, as Barkley right now just has the upper edge on this Seahawks front seven. Oh, Jones gets away from the rookie Mafe, and at Barkley, but I was under major duress trying to make that pass. Barkley on second down. Oh, taking a big spill from Jamal Adams. It's now third down and inches. Late in the first quarter, Daniel Jones, he's got it himself for the touchdown. Jones on an option play chooses to keep and make the Seahawks weep. And right now it's 14-0 Giants. I don't know where Julian Love is, but he's not making the plays right now. But then again, we're just winning at the line of scrimmage right now. We are just mauling these Seahawks as Drew Lock play action. Down he goes. That's Kayvon Thibodeau with the sack. This game features 2 of the top rookies in the league. Thibodeau. Oh! And Tariq Woolen of the Seahawks. That was Dane Belton in his first start, nearly getting the interception on 3rd and 18. Lock. Oh, the pocket absolutely demolished inside as he tried to let that one in. Oh, the punt's nearly blocked by Thibodeau. I don't know how we get these great near punt blocks so often with this team. I'm not doing anything, I swear. And we almost got there, but nonetheless, we actually have pretty good field position to start off here as Barkley. Tough running there as the Seahawks starting to tighten up inside. Barkley's 12th carry already. Will he get number 13? We'll have to wait after the timeouts. Kadarius Toney was not set right there. We were not going to get that play off. Now we're in a different formation on third down here as Daniel Jones, great pocket, down low. Galladay, depending on the spot here, Jordan Brooks on the tackle, but they'll give him the first down. Jones stepping, throwing. That's Wan'Dale Robinson making a move inside. Wan'Dale Robinson, who got his first career touchdown last week, unfortunately, I think it got taken away because of the sim. So I don't think Wan'Dale Robinson has his touchdown on the board anymore. Neither does Micah McFadden, which was 2 great storylines from that game taken away. But right now the story is this Giants offense on the move. Here's Matt Breida checking in for the first time as we are now near midway of this second quarter. Breida's got another carry, but Breida's not getting it done right now. He's no Saquon Barkley, so third down. Oh, we try to give it to Saquon, and it does not work out. Nwosu was able to blow that one up in the backfield. That was a power read option right there, and more power to the Seahawks for getting that stop. Maybe that set of play calling right there could be questioned, I suppose. Giving back-to-back carries to Matt Breida and then whatever we did on third down. That was a little bit of a mess, but really the only misstep we've had so far on offense as that was good when the speedster that nearly burnt us badly. Seahawks still going to get great field position to start this drive off as they put a man in motion. That's Tyler Lockett, and he has nowhere to go. He's lucky to get a yard. Kenneth Murray, top running inside as we're able to make the tackle with Tartt. Third down, 2-minute warning. Here's Lock holding, looking, now going way deep and intercepted. That's Dane Belton stepping up when we need him now more than ever. The rookie with his first career interception. And technically, this is not actually Dane Belton's first career start because with the sim against the Jaguars after we traded our safeties. Dane Belton actually was a starting safety in that game, along with, I don't even know who we started at free safety, to be honest. Doesn't really matter. I think we started Fabian Moreau as Darius Slayton making plays. Darius Slayton getting us in a good position just to throw a pick. It's Kobe not being Brian, out racing Jones just enough in a battle of 8. Kobe is great. Jones with a costly turnover as the Seahawks get their first points of the game. Definitely not what we needed to see, with a 17-0 lead and in full control with a chance to go into halftime at least up 17-0. That was the absolute nightmare scenario right there. We've opened the door back for the Seahawks to gain some interest into this ball game as Barkley getting the carry here. A minute to go in the first half now, and at this point, it's almost as much damage control as it is trying to potentially score more points, right? As Saquon gets another carry, and you can tell that from the play caller right now. We're a little hesitant to give the ball back to Daniel Jones after that big mistake. Jones breaking away, need a block, and he got it. Nice play by Barkley. That'll get Jones the first down. 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jones middle, got him, it's Tony! Oh, what a hit. That was, I believe, Quandre Diggs right there, but Tony makes the catch, survives the hit, gets us in the field goal range. We did burn our final timeout as Jimmy Graham getting the catch, and Graham actually goes backward and loses 2 yards, but more importantly, got out of bounds. 2nd down and 12. Jones got the time, but no one really open as we're just trying to look end zone potentially, but the Seahawks are backing their coverage way up here on 3rd down, and here's Jones looking, nothing there. So we'll just give it to Slayton, get a couple of yards, make the field goal a little bit easier, which is important in these conditions. Graham Gano from 31 yards away to make it a 20-7 game is up and good. That's the way our last drive should have went, right? That was pretty good execution, and we would have been up 20-0. Instead, it's 20-7, and the Seahawks will get the second half kickoff to go their way. They'll start on offense as Kenneth Walker getting a little carry here, and the Seahawks, they're interested in scoring more points before the end of this first half. Hold on just a second. Walker gave him some momentum. Here's Drew Lock standing strong down low, but that's going to do absolutely nothing except take us to halftime. Drew Lock putting in a stinker right now, but after the pick 6 by Kobe Bryant, the Seahawks, they've shown some signs of life here, but their offense needs to find any gear right now. They're stuck in neutral. At least get us the 1st or 2nd gear. Come on now, but Kenneth Walker is not finding it easy to run it on this Giants defense until now. He's got the angle, gets by Murphy Bunting, and Kenneth Walker with a monster play. That could be just what the Seahawks need is now. They send Rashad Penny in motion. Lock, setting, throwing. That's a duck, and it's broken up by Adoree Jackson, intended for Noah Fant. Lock continues to struggle mightily in this game. On display, testing Murphy Bunting, which might have been a good overthrow, as Ken Walker, no, not at all. Micah McFadden amongst the bodies to blow that one up. This is going to be sketchy. 57 yards in these conditions from Tucker McCann. Oh, a knuckleballer off the camera, and good. Off the camera is indeed good because that goes over the crossbar, so that's 3 points on the board for the Seahawks in spectacular fashion as Jones, oh, he's intercepted. Tariq Woolen with the interception. We've seen Thibodeau make some plays. Now it's Woolen's turn. Those two are at the top of the battle for Defensive Rookie of the Year, and both trying to make their case as the Seahawks taking advantage of Daniel Jones' turnovers to give them signs of life in the game. They'll put Lockett in motion. Now they fake it. Here's Drew Lock looking, nothing there, and he's going to have to kill this play. That he does, putting a lot of pressure on this Giants defense. Oh, that's an unblocked man that put the heat on and forced the incompletion. Now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks running it on 3rd down. Walker changing direction, trying to make the big play, but it's 4th down and 3. We do the job as the Seahawks line up on the field, but I don't really know they ever had any intention to go for it there. Maybe they just wanted to see what we were going to come out in defensively. They didn't like the look, so they take the delay of game, and they'll line up once again with Tucker McCann, who is having a potential special teams player of the week kind of performance right now off of 2 field goals because, I mean, hey, man, that long kick, that's not something I would even attempt to, even with Graham Gano, I would think. But they've made it work right now. Now it's a 1-possession game with Daniel Jones struggling. I mean, it's Saquon Barkley time, but Barkley going backward there means we're going to have to give the ball to Jones when we don't really want to play action. The pocket is great right now. The Seahawks got no one coming. Jones middle, and that's a dime to Darius Slayton. Julian Love was on him, but not quite close enough. That's a first down. Barkley up the middle, keeping his balance, fighting for every yard. That's been the signature of Barkley all season long. On 3rd down and 3, every down is a Barkley down for the Giants. Saquon's over 100 yards rushing yet again this season. Matt Breida checking in and getting a solid gain. Barkley middle. He'll make it a Saquon down for sure. 3rd down and 3 late in the 3rd quarter, but this time Jones bootlegging. Oh yeah, it is a Saquon down. Why not? Of course we're going to give the ball to Saquon whenever we can. But the Seahawks keying in on that right now, trying to get the stop, trying to make sure we don't punch this one in. Daniel Jones keeping. He got the angle on Brown. We'll see if they give him the first down. They do. Great play by Daniel Jones, keeping on the option. Here's Barkley looking for his 2nd touchdown of the ball game as we start the 4th quarter. Got us to the 3. It's Barkley again, stopped up by Nwosu, who's been pivotal in a couple of goal line stands. Play action on 3rd down. Jones on the move. He's finding his groove. Daniel Jones. Big play on 3rd down. Swerving Julian Love, his former teammate, on his way to the end zone. Oh, that PAT was nearly blocked, but it's up and good. Now it would have been a big block right there. Potential between a 13-point game or a 14-point game. Or even less than that, the Seahawks took it back. But we do make it a 2-touchdown lead as we start the 4th quarter. The Seahawks offense has been uninspiring, and we just got to try to force them to go to length of the field. That's all we really can do at this point as Noah Fant. He's been working that outside, but Drew Lock and him have not had the greatest of connections, but it works out there. Wow. Yikes. Even if he threw that on target, once again, would have not been a great pass. You see Kenneth Walker continuing to try to switch the field position here, trying to reverse pivot on all these runs, trying to get a little cute out there. It's working for the most part, but we're starting to key in on it. That's a big 3rd down conversion as Drew Lock going up tempo here. New set of downs. Oh, that was nearly intercepted by Sean Murphy Bunting, who had DK Metcalf in a straitjacket, as that'll be completed to Noah Fant. And it's interesting to note that we haven't really heard much of Metcalf in this game, but we'll hear Lockett loud and clear as he scores the touchdown. That was sketchy coverage right there as the Seahawks find the end zone once again in this 2nd half, but the PAT is no good. A late jinx on Tucker McCann, I suppose. Maybe he was just due after all of his heroics, but that's going to be the difference between now. The Seahawks, they need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And a stop right here, right now, is Daniel Jones playing with fire and nearly getting burnt. But 2nd down, RPO. It's Richie James checking into the game. Oh, we tried to stay in bounds right there, but it didn't let me give myself up. And we actually, thankfully, it didn't stop the clock right there. So we're able to run some here. We have true clock on. We're just trying to, 4-minute offense. But on 3rd down and 5, do we put the ball in Daniel Jones' hands? Yes, we do. Play action. Once again, offensive line blocking great. Oh, that's as open as it gets. Kadarius Toney waving goodbye for the touchdown. Oh, that's a bust in the coverage for Seattle. And I believe the man responsible was Julian Love. Trying to make a play out here. Julian Love has been on the bad end of more plays than not against his former squad, as the Giants are now up 15 points in the game. Seahawks in the same position they were before pretty much, but now the clock has dwindled on them a lot more than it was before. These passes in bounds not helping their case at all, as you see Drew Lock still with a pretty ugly stat line in this one. 50% completion and less than that. Oh, Sean Murphy Bunting right into his hands for the touchdown in his Giants debut. Sean Murphy Bunting has found the end zone. Drew Lock delivered it. Oh my, that was right instant shipping, man. 5-star. Great rapping, great everything by Drew Lock right there. And Sean Murphy Bunting deserves it, man. He's been playing a good game. He's playing tight coverage. We haven't mentioned him a lot, but that's obviously a good thing that we're not mentioning, like the way we're mentioning Julian Love and the plays he hasn't been making. Oh, Mike Edwards! Another guy we haven't really mentioned too much. But there's a big play by Mike Edwards, swatting down the middle of the field. It looked like it should have been a first down, but once again, Kenneth Walker just changed the direction running. It's starting to get into his own head more than it's actually working. 4th down and 4. Seahawks might as well go for it here. They'll just throw up a jump ball. Metcalf versus bunting. Oh, Sean Murphy bunting, holding his own and then some against one of the most physical beasts in the NFL, DK Metcalf. And Sean Murphy bunting, capping off his Giants debut in style in this fourth quarter. That's the turnover on downs. We'll kneel this one out with a 22-point lead and take the victory once again with our New York Giants and enter the bye week with a 7-1 record. This is absolutely insane, the pace we are on right now with these New York Giants. Like I said, if we lost this game, went 6-2 into the bye, would have far exceeded my expectations of this squad this season. It's just, we're on a magic carpet ride right now. We're just looking to ride it as long as we can. Big fourth quarter, and hey man, Daniel Jones, as ugly as that game got, some of the bad decisions we were making, we put the ball in his hands and he made the plays in the fourth quarter, mainly that big touchdown to Kadarius Toney, and even, the drive before that. But yeah, Saquon Barkley once again over 100 yards. Thankfully, this game actually saved, which is good. It's always, you gotta count your blessings when these damn games save. That's pretty much gonna do it for this video. Leave a like on this one if you guys enjoyed what you guys saw today. Subscribe for more Madden 22 gameplays. GG's to the Seahawks, and I'll catch you guys after the bye week.